Hey guys, I'm back from my temporary hiatus, which wasn't really a hiatus at all, since really I was recording other stuff with Brett, but we'll just pretend like all of that stuff never existed, and I'm not going to mention it for the next week. That's right, I will not spam myself out or sell myself out. Isn't that incredible? It's something that, I've learned to come to respect myself, and I'm like, this page is not just a page for me to sell myself. Is a page from which to bring forth wonderful product with no editing and just one picture in the background and me muttering. And I'm sure all of you are likely to at least enjoy that to a moderate degree, or at least everybody that's subscribed to me thus far. They love the one little picture and me muttering. It's really, I come to think about it on a very deep level, and I start to think, why do people like listening to me mutter with a picture in the background? Usually when I'm listening to a YouTuber, I usually love it when they have some kind of flashy pictures or whatever and transitions and all that wonderful stuff that really comes to broaden the experience a little bit. And then I watch my own videos and I go, my God, how does anybody put up with me? I mean, it's just like I'm talking to nobody in front of this microphone that's probably making me look like a schizophrenic right now within my household. I mean, I can't imagine if somebody walks by the door and hears me talking to myself what they must think when I'm like, hey guys, this is MPig, and today I want to talk about the horrible Nazi regimen that was within French-occupied Nazi territory at that time, or some odd topic that I just decided to talk about that particular day. Because really, I learned that I really don't plan out my topics beforehand. My entire gist is just take a microphone, sit in front of it, blab for about 10 minutes or so, upload it to YouTube, and then be good with it, and then just kind of be at peace with my own sense of will. And maybe that's why I've become so interested in sort of expanding that a little bit. Although I have noticed, if some of you haven't already, that I don't do quite as well, I don't think, when I'm talking to other people. I tend to run them over. But, I'm working on that. That's part of the what the podcasting process is all about, I suppose, is learning that, it's not all about you. Not all the time, anyways. Sometimes it's about Brett and Chio-chan and some other random people that have decided to join you on your little podcasting crusade, which is really Brett's crusade. It's his baby, I would say. It's just that I remember I think he was the one who originally suggested it like a long time ago, and then we started the thing up, and then it ended up falling to bits, and then we never got around to it, and then now it's back. It's back in all of its glory, and now we're inviting guests, which is, it's fun. And it's exciting. It actually is very, very exciting, from my perspective at least, because you're going into something with a bunch of other people. And it's really kind of like, I got the feeling, at least from the recording I did last night, which is actually now up. God, I said I wasn't going to spam anymore. But you have this guys' night out kind of feeling is what I was getting from it anyways. It's like, here's a bunch of guys who are just sitting around in a round table, just kind of like blah, 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 shooting the shit, basically, talking about whatever particular subject has come to mind, and getting completely off topic on top of that, like this recording. I don't even remember what the topic was. Did I have a topic going into this? Does this picture even match up with this topic? I bet it's probably some creepy anime pic or GIF that I found on the internet that nobody knows what it's from, and people are like, what the hell is that? And then I'm like, I don't know, I just found it on the internet somewhere, because it doesn't match up with the subject at all, or what I'm usually talking about in any particular order. I should probably get around to getting to some anime reviews again. What do you guys think? I'm kind of like, well, I'm preparing to watch I bumped my microphone. I'm preparing to watch, what was it, Toradora for the next podcast. God damn it. Everything comes back to that now. I can't come up with anything else to say. It's like, I could talk about BioShock Infinite, I suppose, on this page. Which I will, actually. You know what? I will talk about BioShock Infinite, even though we just talked about it on the show. Because now it's like, every geek subject that I could possibly talk about, all of a sudden channels into the show that particular week. And then I'm sitting on the channel looking at it going, what could I possibly say that hasn't already been said a billion times before? And the recurring themes seem to be constantly, Evangelion comes up like every single podcast I ever do with Brett for some reason. I seem to be obsessed with discussing that show. And lots of other things. BioShock, most definitely. But I really want to give my thoughts on BioShock Infinite someday. someday over the rainbow, just like pure, unadulterated, just me talking. Not that you already didn't get enough of that from episode 2 of the podcast, where it's like, Chris, yeah, I think Bioshock is really interesting. Shut up, Chris. My opinion is more important. Okay, so anyways, this is what I personally think about Andrew Ryan being not in this or whatever. And then I'll just blab on and on and on and on, and then Brett will say something, and I'll let Brett speak. And then Chris will say something, and it'll be like, shh, we invited you on a guest for no reason, apparently, because I'm going to shush you up. Okie dokie, so, shoot, let me think of something else I can talk about. I really like my background. It's a very nice YouTube profile background, I believe. It's full of shininess, and I quite like it. It's got Asuka and Rei and Shinji and that other chick that I don't remember the name of, but I liked her anyways, from the new Evangelion film, which everybody should see, by the way. And everybody should watch my review and leave a comment on it, because that kind of thing, it's a beautiful thing, receiving comments on your reviews, and then you feel loved. I love to feel loved. Okay, anyways, this is MPig, and I am signing out. And this was a completely pointless entry, but it's my resurgence after about 3 days of hiatus. Isn't that just hilarious?